Great. So I want to bring on that because I think if you all have not seen the advertisements for it, either online or seen it on, I would say TV, radio, all of them is working with a group of people to do Birmingham Black Business Census. So tell me about that.
Yes. So this project is over a year in the works, and we really came together around it because there is no agreed upon number of the number of Black-owned businesses there are in the city of Birmingham. And as a business owner in the city of Birmingham, I thought, well, that can't be. Like
Mhm.
there has to be a number. But there's so many different data sources that are trying to get that information that, if you look on one number, we're killing it. If you look at one number, we're non-existent, right? But there's
Mhm.
no kind of central, what we're calling source of truth in terms of the number of Black businesses in the city of Birmingham. So if we don't know how many, we don't know what type, we don't know how long they've been in business. There's just there's a gap in the data. And as a researcher, that was a no-brainer. It's a project that we wanted to be involved in, so that way we can fill that gap.
And especially since I like to call it since the world shut down about can't believe almost been 5 years ago, how many businesses was created, but on the downside, how many businesses actually closed. So it definitely throws a little wrench
Yeah.
into the actual number.
Yeah. There's a lot of chatter around, oh, Black women are starting businesses at a faster
Mhm.
rate, or, things like that, or what's the economic impact on, all of those things. Um, but if we don't have a clear number, we don't know. We don't know what the net impact for Birmingham is. And there's the federal US business census that we just have gotten out of the habit of taking part in things like that. And so that's why for us it's important to have a Black business census, because we'll step back, but then we're the ones that need the data. I mean, so many people I've talked to in this project, like, well, what do you think the outcomes are going to be? Or I want to know that data. And I was like, okay, yeah, we do. We're really curious. We want to have a better understanding of the landscape that we're operating in. And that's just being a good business owner.
Yes, and I guess my thing, and also like as you all are treating it almost like the actual census, and when I mean treating it like the actual census, you all are going door to door
Yes.
to
Yes.
to get this data.
Yeah. So when we started this, we knew that it was going to take multiple conversations. One, because we're all busy doing a million things, especially this day and age. But two, we want to make sure that people are finding their level of comfort with it. So what I tell people is fill it out to the extent that you feel comfortable, right?
Mhm.
So if you don't want to answer a question, keep going, but we want you to at least engage with it, take a look at it. And so we knew that that meant asking people to their face. So we've got volunteers, we've got community ambassadors. Natalie Nelson Parker is a part of our team. Her company, Civitas Consulting Group, has really managed that component of it, because we know people are going to say no. That's okay. You can say no. Say no the first time. You can say no the second time, but we'll be back. Right. You can see the billboards, you can hear the ad, but as you engage and have these conversations, we hope that you'll find your comfort, and complete the census, because it does matter. It is data that is useful in figuring out how to make sure the ecosystem is what we need it to be as business owners, not just what people think we might need. It's our opportunity to use our voice.
Yeah, and also too, it gets to the point of finding out actually solutions to the problems that Black owned businesses face.
Yeah,
We're in Birmingham. We can all think, but you do research every day. Think and data is two different things.
two different things. It's two different things. So, and it is about having that chorus of voices, right?
Mhm.
You and I can talk all day long about, oh, the water's not cold enough. We need colder water, right? But if it's just you and I talking about needing colder water or whatever it may be, that's as far as it goes. But if you come back and say, okay, we did this research and 20% of the people in Birmingham say they need colder water, Okay, now that's a story. Now that's something that people can emphasize or take action around. And one of the stories I've been talking about is if we do all this research, we think about a lot of energy in supporting entrepreneurship and supporting small business kind of falls along national trend lines.
Mm-hmm.
But if we look at Birmingham and say, hey, the highest performing Black-owned businesses are real estate businesses. How do we catalyze more people into real estate? That may be the story the data tells us. Or it may say that, hey, of the businesses that have employees, 35% of those are in the health and wellness space. If we're trying to create jobs, how do we create more like in-person health and wellness businesses? But without that data, without that surveying, we won't be able to make those statements. We won't have those stories to tell. So that's why we ask, how big is your team? Part-timers, full-timers? Do you have a brick and mortar? We want to know those things, and it may feel a little personal, but it really is about having the ability to tell the story of Black-owned business in Birmingham.
Do you know what's happening in Birmingham? Download the What's Happening Birmingham app today on Android, iPhone, and iPad for free. Get info on everything you need to know about local news, events, businesses, restaurants, and more. Visit our website, what'shappeningbham.com, or follow us on social media @happeningbham for more information. Download the What's Happening Birmingham app today, your source for everything Birmingham.